like a scene that like what's a scene on there that stuck out to you from that movie? Like out of the most on there, like what's one that stuck out to you the
The,
most?
the one when they had caught Batman and they had him in the cell and he faked punched well, he really punched
He
him in the
punched
face.
Jimmy. Yeah,
He
he told
punched
him that
Jim Gordon
I'm
in
gonna
the
give you the
face
key so you
and
can
ran
basically
up out of
escape.
there.
Yeah, that shit was.
Like,
That shit was
bro,
funny.
like that just showed you how their relationship was. You feel me? And like you said,
Right.
like in the comics and in the games and stuff like that, it really was like that. Like he always stuck his neck out for Batman because, like y'all said, like everybody was against Batman. The police didn't like Batman. The criminals don't like Batman. Nobody really favors Batman. You feel me?
Look,
So
Alfred don't like Batman.
Right, he did.
said
He
who?
don't. Right, he really
Alfred don't
either.
like Batman. Everybody don't like Batman.
For real.
Yeah, nobody likes Batman. No,
Right.
nobody likes Batman. So the fact that Jim Gordon do, and they really showed that in there, was the shit. Like I can't say it was my favorite scene, but it for sure was like. It for sure was kind of up there. I ain't even gonna lie. I love that scene. I ain't gonna lie. It was just hella funny to me. Cause like the way he did it, and like you said, like Jim Gordon being black, I was feeling that the whole movie. I was feeling that the whole movie. I'm like, look at Peele, bro. Like, just look at him, bro. Like, he playing in movies, he directing movies. Like, hurry up and put something else out, bro. But
Right,
yeah, like,
right.
like everything, like all of the side characters were for sure on point. They was all great, like y'all said. Like I felt like everybody in here was accurate. That's why I just kept my mic mute for so long and just kept agreeing with y'all because everybody did a perfect job. Like you said, like even with the Catwoman and like you said, kind of being like the video game. I was just playing Arkham Knight before this. You feel me? Before this came out. So yeah, dude. And I went through the whole little thing with the Riddler where you have to go save her and all of that shit. So yeah, everything was on point. Besides the Riddler costume, but it was like in the beginning stages. It's like, but that ain't nothing to complain
I was
about and
just
shit like
about to
that.
say
Like
that,
everything
bro,
else was
'cause-
on point for sure.
Cause a lot of things that this movie getting criticism about, right? Cause they saying it's not accurate to the comics or it's not accurate to the games, something like that. I guarantee you, cause when I noticed something at the end of this movie, I'm peeping how the Riddler is looking at the end, right? And I remember I forgot what game it was, right? But I remember that's how his costume looked in the game. I think it was actually on the little Telltale series I be playing on my YouTube. I think it's on there. And he had the jail suit he was wearing. He was wearing that, and before leading up to that, like after that on the game, that's when he was trying to find like the question mark suit that we all know of. So I'm like, you can see with each character, bro, they literally building up. I see by the next one come out, they gonna start to look more comic accurate to more they look, especially the Riddler, because I'm like the Zodiac thing. I think that threw a lot of people off. Where it's like, even though I know that was going to a more modern version of him like that, but I guarantee you they gonna slowly go into that direction where we all know the Riddler, where he turning, cause like you think if he with the Joker, bro, the Joker gonna make him turn into that, cause it's like you already see based off the talk they have in that prison cell, he's motivating him already. He's giving him that confidence back where he thought he lost it just becoming in prison, where he thought the plan was going wrong. So the fact that you got Joker in your ear, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's gonna motivate him even more. But see, we all know Joker always got some up his sleeve always. We always know he just trying to play the upper hand in every situation, bro. So we all know that thing between him and Riddler ain't gonna last. That just to get him to where he's trying to go. You know what I'm saying? So I like where this is definitely going because I'm like, bro, Joker's the perfect person to play with that, bro. Because you realizing everything that goes wrong, bro, Joker always played the centerpiece behind anything that goes wrong, bad, like Injustice, bro, Metropolis, God, everything that happens, bro. He always plays something bad in it for some reason. He always do, bro.
Yeah.
And like he's just good at manipulating. He's good at just. He's just good at that, bro. I give him that, bro, because he ain't got no powers, bro. He just chaotic, bro, and people just motivated based off that.
Yeah, in a way, bro, you could say his powers, bro. Him and Batman's powers, you know, because everybody talks about like, oh, like how do they do the stuff they do, bro, and you know they just human, bro. But if you think about it, bro, their superpowers are their intelligence, bro. Like they think well above that of the smartest human, bro. Like literally, like you know, like you mentioned Injustice. I think the Joker's power, bro, is his intellectual, his IQ, everything, bro. Like the fact that you literally tricked somebody who is against killing into killing you, something that Batman never did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all that, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, him and Bruce, like, you know, and then the same thing with Bruce Wayne, bro. Like, bro's mind, he literally can, you know, keep up with extraterrestrial beings when it comes to being smart and using your brain. Like that in itself is their superpower. That's why they're both so, you know, good at what they do. You know, Bruce being a detective and knowing what this is and knowing how to take out different threats, and then the Joker knowing how to manipulate everybody from Harley Quinn to, you know, freaking Suicide Squad to, you know, is it the Hand or something like that at one point in time? Like all these little organizations, bro, that he's been a part of, bro, or that he's been the back end, has been like, it's because of the way he thinks, bro. No one can really outsmart him like that.
Yeah, bro. Like you said, he always think outside the box, bro. Like he always go over that limit, bro. Like where nobody's willing to push, he's willing to do that, bro. And that's how I feel like
Exactly.
he always has the upper hand, always, bro. Like
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I like how I really wondering how they gon'. Cause it's like I feel like it's too obvious to throw him into the second because it's gonna look too much as a Heath Ledger Joker if they do that. Like
Yeah.
I hope they just save him and just keep him Arkham Asylum and just keep somebody like bring another villain up in there because bro he got so many villains, bro. You could throw another one up in there, bro. We literally just named 5 that's not even in the movie yet. So I'm like, you could save him. You could save him for the third one, bro. Or you could decide to just save him just for something even bigger because like you said, it's more Jokers, bro. It's to a point where we might have a Joker verse like how it is with Spider Verse, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, but I mean, if you see with this Flash movie, bro, I feel like this Flash movie might reset
you might
things.
be
So.
on to something. You might be the new director, bro. You might be on to something.
Bro, I won't be surprised if they did that, bro. Because if they see all these Jokers that's out, bro, and they know they popular enough where they got a fan base, bro, they would. Bro, DC out of all people would definitely do that, bro. They brought back a Snyderverse that was basically like a failed project, bro, and they brought that back out of nowhere. So I'm like, bro, if anybody, DC would definitely make that happen, bro. If they know the fans was investing to it, hell yeah, they would do that. You know what make no sense, but it's like, of course, you will watch it.
Off topic, y'all ever seen that? Fuck, I cannot never remember the fucking name of this movie, bro. It's the Superman movie about Superman when he first came to Earth, but it's another universe of Superman. He was an evil Superman, but it was a kid, and he was first staying with his parents, and he ended up going crazy and killing him. I think it's called Starbright or something like that, or.
Is that the one where Superman is in like Russia or something like that? Like the cartoon movie?
No, it's like
No. You talking about Brightburn?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. See, hey, kudos to you, bro. Kudos, because you know exactly what I was talking about, and I'm high right now. I can't never remember the name of the movie. Like, if they took that kind of a turn with the Joker movie and do what BMO said, bro, that should be clean too. I ain't gonna lie. Cause that movie was, I ain't gonna lie, that movie was kind of good and it was kind of underrated. Like, ain't too many people I know seen that movie.
Mm-hmm. So I haven't seen that movie, but I've like I know what you're talking about. Like I seen the trailer. That they kind of tried to make that movie how they made Injustice Superman, pretty much, like where he kind of takes a turn, Nah. I guess you could say kind of goes evil because he was doing some crazy stuff in Injustice. He was just killing people because he felt like, you know, he had to. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the way he was doing it though, like Batman was trying to explain to him, like, bro, like you already too powerful, bro. Like you don't just have to kill off all the people like that. But Superman, like, bro, like all these people evil, bro. So I'm gonna kill them how I want to kill them. And he's like, bro, but like these are like human beings to you, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? So like that's the kind of turn I think like they'll eventually go with the whole Justice League thing, but that's obviously like future, you know what I'm saying? Because who knows what's going to happen with all that stuff after this Zack Snyder movie. I think right now they're just focusing on like the Flashpoint movie and this new Batman where, you know, they're doing their own little multiverse.
Yeah, Batman
like
the cash
you
cow
know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, bro. It's like they
Batman
trying to
the cash cow for sure because, like,
or Black Adam
even
because Hollywood rock shit.
The old Batman movies. You said, huh?
Now I'm about to say they definitely trying to take a chance on that movie with The Rock in it, that Black Adam. Because if that movie don't work, bro, I'm done. I'm like, bruh, this is a movie where it's like, bruh, if this don't work, bruh, DC, bro, y'all ran out, bruh. Like, seriously. Like, this is something that's not supposed to go
Yeah.
wrong, bruh. Like, we've been saying he should be playing Black Adam, bro. We was talking about this since high school, bruh. So I'm like, the fact this finally happened, bruh, they messed this up, bruh. I'm like, yeah, y'all deserve these L's, bruh, for real, bruh. Because that would be a shame, bruh. That would be a shame if they dropped the ball on this, bruh.
But I ain't gonna lie, like I wouldn't be surprised because they like DC last hit movies was straight Batman movies. It was this Batman and the last Joker movie. Like
Nah, I
you
think.
feel me? And the
we
last
saw-
Batman
well-
before that. So
Well, I
Justice
say
League-
in the
Justice
last,
League-
well, I won't say that in terms of recently, but in terms of us growing up, hell yeah, it's only been Batman us growing up. But lately, nah, I can't really say that because, bro, Batman was down there. It was to a point where they were trying to figure out what to do with Batman. That's how we got this new nigga now. We was to a point we didn't have damn near 4 Batmans in the span of just 3-4 years, bro. That was crazy as hell, bro. But like the fact that I think it was cause like. I think it's like the other shit that blew up too, like you said, like the Joker movie that came out, and now we got the Suicide Squad that kind of became a thing of its own, where it's like you didn't need no Justice League just to make a DC movie to be legit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about the Suicide Squad movie, where you didn't need them famous Justice League heroes to make the movie stand out. So I'm like, that's a cool thing where it's like you trust, and it's funny because most of the people they grabbing are from Marvel, which is hella funny. So it's like. I see how they have it seemed like they always picking back off Marvel for some type of way or some reason, bruh. Where it's like, oh, but they didn't steal their shit. But I'm like, they grabbed a director, so what would make it different, nigga? That's still the same. Like, come on now. Like, they grabbed James Gunn, bruh. So I'm like, come on now. What you think? Come on now. Like, DC definitely know what they doing, but they better play safe, bruh. Because, like, when they try to come out with the whole, like, with the Aquaman and all this shit, I ain't gonna lie. Aquaman was cool, but they try to blow that shit up like it was Black Panther. I'm like, yeah, bro, I respect Aquaman, but this is not no. They try to compare that Atlantis and Wakanda, and I'm like, yeah, don't do that, bro, because I'm like, that's different, bro. I'm not even gonna go into that, bro.
Never heard that comparison, but I hope people don't do that.
I was like, well, you better not do that, bro.
And people was doing that though. People was like, oh, I'd rather do Atlantis. I'm like, y'all sick. Obviously,
I bet you it was all white.
Out there. It was mostly these white folks. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just like they was mad they couldn't go to Wakanda the next day after the movie came out.
Which is funny. They got Pink Panther. Why they complaining?
Have one black superhero. Y'all had to.
Y'all got Captain America and Pink Panther. Why they white people complaining? They got plenty of motherfucking characters, but nah, but like it is crazy if you look at these DC movies so far, bro. Because like after that first Justice League, bro, we thought it was turmoil at that point, bro. We thought it was then about we thought it was then over at that point because everybody said they about to leave and all like that. Even though the thing with Ben Affleck and dude that plays Cyborg, like they controversy going on now, and the fact they still got a Snyderverse, it's like, bro, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with them, bro. But the Batman movie, bro, I give it that, bro. Like that's some of its own where it's like that could stay on this, like it can stay in their own lane. They don't really need nothing else to really, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Do anybody else got anything to say on the? I ain't gonna lie. I think I said about much as I had to say. I think I already said much about the side characters and the villains. Anybody else got anything to put on it?
But I will say though about the side characters, like I'm gonna say this, no lie, Jeffrey Wright as Gordon. I'm not gonna lie, it threw me off a little bit that they was gonna have a white character be black. So and I know there's like a lot of discussions about like black characters being white and vice versa and everything, and I get all that. So, but for him to be a Gordon though, I'm like, yo, I feel like this dude was the perfect actor to be Gordon because when I seen him in what's it called, Hunger Games, he was a great actor. When I heard him as the voice of the Watcher, I'm like, yo, this is the perfect guy to get for that role. So for him to play Gordon, I'm like, this dude was spot on Gordon, and this wasn't no simple. Like kind of like how they had like the goofy Gordon, like in like the original like the first 4 Batman movies, how he was like real goofy. It ain't like that. This Gordon was more like, oh man, like it's kind of really hard to pinpoint which Gordon this version really was. But the fact that he played this part so well, I probably actually have to say this is my favorite Gordon, even outside of the guy from the Christian Bale series. Like this Gordon,
Same.
like from what I'm seeing, is like really, really good.
Yeah.
And then you've got Andy Serkis playing Alfred. I'm like, this Alfred is similar to the Christian Bale Alfred.
Yeah, that Michael
But obviously, we
Caine,
didn't get to see him too much because we don't this Bruce Wayne didn't get to really be there too much. We don't know how much Alfred is contributing to Batman and his technology and how much he's really helping him out with this project. Like, we don't fully know, but he is trying to let him know, like early on, be like, you know what, this is a dangerous path you're going down, but I promise to take care of you when your parents died. So this is where we at. Now, Catwoman. This Catwoman, I kind of almost had a little mixed feelings on because I'm like, okay, this Catwoman, as far as like how, not even so much as how she looks, but how she acts as Catwoman
right.
was really good. Like, she's jumping off of buildings, like, using her whip to do this, do that. Like, that was really nice.
Right.
But now going back to the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, it's like you can actually see like how with that one she was able to actually be Selena Kyle. Like, she's actually like, okay, I'm out here really stealing this stuff because I had to. Whereas this Catwoman is like, she's doing it, but you don't fully see her doing it. Like, there's times when she is, times when she's not. So this Catwoman, I would say, is actually really, really good. So, what's her name? Zoe Kravitz, is that her name?
Yeah.
She did a really well job of playing Catwoman. I liked it.
Yeah.
Now, when you're looking at, like I said, like Riddler, he was great. Joker, it's a deleted scene for Joker and everything, but I'm like, okay, this Joker has some potential. Like, it did seem a little bit like the Gotham version of Joker.
It did.
But, like, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of hard to, like, really pick. It looked, even now, I gotta say, he actually looks better than Jared Leto's
oh yeah.
Joker from Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that Vato
Like,
Joker.
So I'm like, this Joker just looks better entirely.
Yeah.
And he was only on screen for like what, maybe 30 seconds total.
Right, a couple seconds, yeah, bro.
So all these side characters, like even like I actually really enjoyed like how they portrayed the mob bosses, like Falcone, Maroni. Like they were actually really good. And what's his name? 'Cause it was a dude from Transformers. Like he played a really good part. Like he did a really good part of playing Falcone. Like that's
the dude who do the right thing. I remember him, bro. I'm like, I was surprised he played Falcone too. That actually kind of surprised me. I'm like, I love how they did that. They went like with a whole different, like the race change on here was like, I actually liked it, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, it kind of like I said, it took people by surprise. Cause we normally look at Gordon as a white cop. And like you said, we normally look at the other dude as white too. So it's like to see I had no problem with it. I actually liked it. Like, it had, it was to a point where I could tell it didn't become no big thing. Cause I didn't feel like no more, like people really, it didn't really become a thing where it showed like these actors really stood out for real. Like, and that's what's up, bro. Cause it's like that like you said, that Jeffrey Wright dude. Lately, he been showing out a lot. Like, bro, he been showing out on DC, Marvel, everything, bro. And he been around for a minute, bro. You know, he was playing Peoples on Shad, bro. That's that same dude. The same dude that played the little Mexican villain on Shad, bro. I'm like, I didn't realize I was the same dude, bro. Like, that's how good he could play characters. I'm like, damn, bro, that dude is good, bro.
Just this whole, I'm not gonna lie. The DC universe in general, I know it's a little off topic, but it's still part of the movie. But DC universe in general, it's really Willy Wonky right now. Like it really just is.
For real.
But I feel like this movie could like this movie for DC universe could potentially be DC's Iron Man if they play it right. Like going forward, this Batman movie could potentially be Iron Man to DC as what Iron Man was to Marvel in the MCU. Like I feel like this could be that. Because this is the first time in a long time we can actually say a DC movie was good as an origin and it can carry the franchise.
Yeah,
We thought
I
they were
agree.
going to do that with with the Christian Bale series, and then they kind of cut that short. I could even potentially say that the Joker movie could have been the Iron Man as well, but because he's a villain, it's kind of hard to like really kick it off from there without
Right.
doing anything else. So for this being the Batman movie, this could be Iron Man to DC. Like, I kid you not. Like, it really could, because like every other movie that they were trying to tie, I don't even know that this Batman is supposed to tie into like Batman versus Superman and like, you know, Justice League. I don't even know if this is supposed to really turn into that, or if it's more so standalone like the Joker. If I remember correctly, I think they're actually doing a spinoff to where Colin Farrell is still going to be playing Penguin.
Yep.
And like I think it's like a spinoff series. So I'm like, yo, this is going to be great. Like, I didn't really watch Peacemaker that much, so, you know, I think I watched like the first episode, and it looks alright. Like, you know, it looks like it's somewhere it's like, okay, like I can turn this on real quick, but it's not, to me, it's not so much as yet like a Moon Knight series or like Scarlet Witch or Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, it's nothing to really to where like as a spinoff, it's great. I'm happy for John Cena getting that Rock money now. Like, you know, he's getting these roles, but this Batman movie could potentially be like, okay, we could potentially do like an origin series or a movie for this version of Joker. Like, you know, so this movie could potentially really kick off the DC universe without any other crap. Like I said, like, when was the last time you can actually say you seen a DC movie and you can actually say it was great? I didn't even watch Shazam because I knew Shazam just wasn't going to be it for me. I just knew it was. I still haven't seen it yet.
It was really the Joker, and like you said, I don't feel like that counts because that's a villain movie. So I feel like
I don't watch that neither.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like the Joker is a villain movie, but it's like it's not even set in the same time.
Right. So
Because even like at the end of the Snyder Cut Justice League, you still got Jared Leto as Joker, which I thought that Joker could actually potentially be great. Based on how he looks and how he was acting, like that Joker could be great.
Right. And to be honest, the Joker didn't even portray Joker to be a villain, really. To be honest, like the only thing he really did was to manipulate people to believe in what he did was right, and which it wasn't kind of wrong. He was bullied out the whole movie, so. Yeah, it was a different tone and a different shape of the DC movies and all of that. So I like it too. Like you said, like, when the last time you seen a great one outside of just them two movies, like a good DC movie.
And honestly, I said that about the Joker movie when it was coming out. I looked at the trailer and I was telling people at work, I was like, guys, this Joker movie is going to make you feel sorry for Joker. It's going to make you feel bad, and you're going to fully understand why he became Joker. Even towards the end of the movie, and like, you know, you just see him up in the asylum, and it's like, wow, did he imagine all this? Did it really happen? But because of everything that transpired, you're still like, yo, I feel bad for him. Mm-hmm. So besides the Joker movie and besides this Batman movie, what movie can you? Okay, and you could probably say Wonder Woman or Aquaman. You know, those were good movies too.
No, I'm gonna say no. Maybe Wonder Woman.
I'm saying the first Wonder Woman and the first in Aquaman.
The
Wonder Woman 1984 was pure trash. They only did that movie because the original Wonder Woman from like the 60s was up in it. That's the main reason why they were really doing it. Let's keep it real. But other than that, like I said, first Wonder Woman, cool. I enjoyed it. Then you had the Aquaman movie. It was cool. I enjoyed it. But because of everything that already transpired, it's still like, it's not it. I'm not gonna lie, Bane, to me, in Dark Knight Rises was off. I didn't like the way they portrayed Bane. I did enjoy the movie, but just how they portrayed Bane, I didn't like. Not even so much as that he was in the League of Shadows, but more so how he got his strength and his so-called ability. Like, that's the part I wasn't feeling. Yeah, other than that, the movie was great.
Y'all know who
so I'm sitting here like, okay, this Batman movie is potentially Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises caliber, and that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah,
you know who can play?
And it's been what, 10 years? It's been what, like 10 years since Dark Knight Rises came out?
2012, so it's been about 10 years. Yeah, it's been about 10 years. That was 2012, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so yeah, 2012. I just looked it up, and that movie was almost 3 hours long. So just from that standpoint alone, you had the side characters that was in Dark Knight Rises, fantastic. I'll even say Bane overall was still pretty good. I just didn't like the way how, like, as far as the look goes on being portrayed that he did. I didn't really care too much for that. And Yeah, it's really been 10 years since we've really had, in my opinion, a great DC movie that can rival the Christian Bale series.
Well, you know, if we see Bane
Yeah, I
again, it
agree.
might be Batista. If you haven't heard, if we do get a Bane, it possibly might be Batista.
Well, hopefully they give him the
That'd
Titan.
be fire. That'd be fire.
I'd rather see
Batista
Batista
playing
than
Bane
Tom
actually
Hardy.
sounds like it could be pretty good.
Yeah, he looks like a Bane, but it's
I enjoy
like
that.
right, yeah. He definitely
I
got
would
the
enjoy that
look.
if they got it right.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
actually, you know what? Bane isn't Bane like a Cuban or something like that? Like, isn't that what he is?
He's a
Like, as
Mexican,
far
or I
as
thought he was
nationality
a
goes.
Mexican or Cuban or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I mean,
I think he's like a
he
Hispanic.
has that look. I just hope they kind of CGI him a little bit, like give him like that Titan look, because then I'd be like, okay,
Okay.
he has a
now,
look
I'm glad you said
both
that,
on
bro.
both ends.
Because I said if they do, it wouldn't make sense for them not to go with that. See, even though they trying to make it more like a modern, like a human, I'm like, there's some things in movies, and like in terms of this movie, you can make it a case in terms of certain characters. Like I said, so the end of this Batman movie when he was fighting, and y'all remember he took some out of his bag and he stabbed himself, but it was it looked like some toxin type of shit. I don't know exactly what it was, but it looked exactly like the thing that Bane was using for his like how he basically becomes strong and all like that. It looked similar to that. So I remember when Batman took it, it like he just fell into this
And I was
rage
adrenaline.
and he started writing the adrenaline. He started whooping. I'm like, what if they use that something for Bane? Like if this come movie even happen, like what if that would be like a? That's why I was thinking that could have been. I'm like, why would Batman need that? I was like, why would they show that for? Like that was the first thing that came to my mind when I seen that was Bane. I'm like, that immediately gave me. I thought that was like a Bane, like I could be wrong
Yeah,
though. But that's what I
epinephrine.
thought.
Yeah, he had an epinephrine pen or something like that.
Right, that's what I was thinking of at first. I'm like, when I seen that green shit, I'm like, the first thing I thought was Bane when he got that thing through his head and all like that. So I'm like, is that what leads up to him going through that experiment? Or like he turns to that big green, whatever. So yeah, that's why I be wondering with that. But yeah, other than that, I'm like,
My theory on that too. I got a theory upon that, and I hope whoever at DC is listening, because this theory could be fire. So, like you said, so Batman stabs him with the green vial, right?
yeah,
And he just gets all this super strength and everything. He just like you said, he gets that adrenaline rush.
right,
Tell me that a movie about Bane figuring out who Batman was, because Riddler already knows who Batman is. He knows he's Bruce Wayne.
yeah.
So tell me
right.
now that Bane also figuring out who Batman is, or at least no, not even so much that he's trying to steal from Wayne Tech, and that is in there, and he's he talks to some whatever scientist, and he uses that to produce the venom to make him stronger.
I'm like that.
That-
That's bro, same thing I was thinking too, bro.
That could literally be like a whole nother kind of like how they got the Joker standalone.
Yeah,
That could be a Bane standalone movie. And then towards the end, you can get Batman to come in and just kind of be like, I guess this is how it's gonna go down. And they could literally cut the movie right there and then be like, oh, then it's gonna be a movie called Batman versus Bane.
I wouldn't
And
mind
then
seeing that.
and then that movie could be talking about Batman trying to figure out who this Bane dude is while he's fighting some other side character, like Mr. Freeze or some stuff, Poison Ivy.
Yeah, because that's actually.
And then like middle towards the movie gets to that scene, and then you just continue on. Like that would be lit.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that would, because actually that's who Matt, the director from this movie, said that's who he wanted to be in the second movie was Mr. Freeze. He wanted that to be the second villain for the sequel. I was wondering, like,
We really don't need Mr. Freeze. He's a B-list
I
character.
just
We really
came
don't need
back
him.
in,
yeah,
but who would y'all think would play Mr. Freeze?
I
We can
can't
get
even
Arnold
see,
Schwarzenegger. I'm okay with that.
bro, I can't see no Mr. I just can't see no Mr. Freeze in this movie. I don't know how would it fit. Like he would have to be completely. I can't even picture how he would look. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I couldn't even picture it. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even know who because I can't even picture how.
I do want Mr. Freeze. I ain't gonna lie. I miss Mr. Freeze.
I couldn't even picture how I would look in this movie in terms of this world of Batman. I wouldn't even know. But I think Bane
They're probably
and
trying to start him off as the real doctor and stuff like they did in the first one, kinda, and then you feel me, gradually move on to the suit and the gun and all of that, and being frozen and all of that stuff.
They said Bane, somebody named Husk, and Lady Arkham could possibly be the next villains in the next movie. That's what I heard. But they
I ain't gonna lie. You know who would actually play a great Mr. Freeze?
Who?
Alfred Molina.
Offer that sound. Oh yeah, dude that play Doc Ock. You're right.
Yeah.
Right. I think he could
Oh.
actually play a good Mr. Freeze.
Hell yeah, of course he could.
And he wouldn't be full villain. He would be more anti-hero. Like I think that's where they should go. I think they should do more anti-hero.
Yeah.
It's so
I
many
agree.
villains he got, but I don't want them to go in the same. Like you said, like I want them to grab somebody they haven't got yet. I feel like it would be too obvious to grab you like a Scarecrow. We already seen Scarecrow in the first one. In terms of Bane, I'm like we haven't necessarily seen a. I don't want to say an accurate Bane because I'm like, what is an accurate Bane in terms of these movies now? Like, unless he ain't CGI, like, I feel like it's hard to even say what's an accurate Bane. Because the one from Batman, what was that? Batman Forever, Batman Begins. Like he was accurate in terms of how he looked it, but the way how he was just an idiot. He was just a big brawn idiot in that movie. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was just a henchman. Like,
right,
he was just,
yeah.
he didn't have no brains.
That
You know what
was
they did?
bad, bro.
That's it.
If you've seen the Harley Quinn series, that's what they portrayed him as.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't
The
even blame
idiot,
him, like,
the idiot with muscles that can just wreck stuff. Like,
because even in the
human-
Justice story, like it's just like I don't want to say they want to make him like he's like an idiot, whatever, but he just has that like the way he talks, like he just talks like he just a little off a little bit, bro. Same thing with Rhino, like how he is in the Sinister Six, like he just a little bit awful. Something just awful to do, bro.
yeah, exactly. But Rhino in the comics is actually pretty intelligent. Like
That's what's weird, cause
Like,
right in the games and like that, they try to make it seem like he's like just dumb as hell, bro. But you look at some stories, he actually has some intelligence.
I know. Yeah, he's smart. I mean, obviously he can never outsmart Peter Parker because Peter Parker is just so he just so quick witted and like intelligent, like with a whole bunch of stuff. But it's again like Rhino ain't just some big old tall buffo dude in a suit walking around just being retarded, like not knowing where anything is. Like
Right.
For sure, man. We
So,
all
I,
about
I, I don't have anything else much to say else about Batman besides it was a great movie. I would give it a 9.2, maybe 9.3 out of 10.
Yeah.
And like I said, if DC really needs to get their stuff together, because I'm telling you, this Batman movie could be the Iron Man to DC. It honestly really could. I can't see them going 20 films in, but they could at least get a good 6 to 8.
They
If they wanted to.
we give
If
it
they-
children for
I'm
sure.
surprised. They could probably get a good.
With the same cast?
I said they can get a good 10 to 12, to be honest, because
With the
'cause you
same
still-
cast?
Yeah, because you can still get the what is it? You can still get Injustice, which I think Injustice should be a two-part film.
yeah,
Just like Endgame, right? Infinity War, right?
Right.
Just like-
yeah.
Like like you could actually redo Justice League, and then after Justice League, do like one or two other films, with either Superman. I don't even like Superman, and I was saying do a better Superman film, and then with Batman. And then Dawn of Justice, they could actually redo Batman vs Superman, which would then actually lead into Injustice.
You could reset it now. Now you got Flashpoint. I wouldn't even mind seeing it over again at this point because, like, bro, it was bad. It was so bad.
I'm on the board for sure because I ain't gonna lie. I visioned everything you said, and that sound perfect.
Bro, I think it's gonna start with that
Look,
Flash
whoever's
movie.
listening to these videos, you gotta hire us because this is ridiculous. Now we know better than y'all.
For real.
Yeah, it's
Just
not
saying.
that hard.
Say we
So,
gonna just.
all right, then, Cuzzo. So I'm gonna have to get off.
It's
Got
all
something
good,
to
bro. I
take care of.
appreciate you
So
being on,
let me know
bro.
when the next one is, and then we're gonna definitely have to make sure that we all here and cameras working and tech stuff, all that. Let me know if you need any help on the tech side though, because I can definitely try to slide through and help out.
Most definitely, bro. I'm gonna definitely keep you updated on that for sure, bro. I appreciate you hopping on, bro, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, love you, bro. Talk to you soon,
All right.
cuz.
All right, one love, everyone.
All right, bro, for
All
sure.
right, yes, sir.
That's right.
Sure. I already said much about the villains and everything, bro. Popball Solo,
Yeah.
bro. Y'all say everything y'all need to say on here, bro.
Man, hell yeah, I got everything out, and I was just glad to have other opinions and listen to y'all because I ain't never thought of it that deep into how y'all thought of it. Like you said, just 10 films in and all of that.
Right, bro. Like I said, we
Yeah.
be trying to think, like, bro, this shit we've been talking about for years, bro. We just never really put ourselves on camera talking about it, bro. Like, this something we always been doing, bro. So it's like, we were just trying to just keep it going, you know what I'm saying? Especially with this Batman movie coming out, because I know everybody fuck with Batman, so I'm like, I'll at least try to get everybody on here so we can all spread our opinions on here, so.
Yeah, you know, that's my boy.
Right,
I
straight
fuck
up,
with
nigga,
Big
you
Shorty.
already know, bro. Hell yeah.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, I think we can beat anybody in a fist-to-fist combat. I don't care who it is.
That was
Don't
stupid.
tell me who you know can beat him, because I'm gonna say he can't.
That was crazy. But shit, bro, we gonna wrap this up with the Batman. We was then gonna try with the Moon Knight, but I see probably ain't got enough time to do this. I didn't gotta leave in like 20 minutes, so we gonna just probably do.
Yeah.
We gonna say the
for
Moon
sure,
Knight
it's all
for.
good. I mean, you know, we can just hop back on when the finale is. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's
the finale
more
is it's on Wednesday, so I'm like either that Thursday or Friday. We can just knock it out if everybody is available. We can just knock that out then for sure.
Yeah, most definitely, boy.
For sure, bruh. Man, we is out with another episode, bruh. I want to thank y'all, bruh, for joining in, bruh, because I know it's been hella long since we did the last video together, bruh. Like, I've been trying to get this shit together, like, with my stories and all this
you
shit.
know, an extra, voice, extra opinion.
Right, bruh, right,
And it's
bruh.
my first time in here. I'm ready to just chime in and just listen to y'all talk about Moon Knight. You feel me? 'Cause I ain't started watching it yet. I've been busy, bro.
Oh yeah.
So,
You
I'm about to
know what?
say,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's so I know a lot about the character Moon Knight, so I understand it. My freaking one of my cousins, he was like, bro, I don't really get it, bro. So like it'll take a while for you to understand, but like since Ultimate Alliance, I know how the character is, so it's like
bruh.
it makes sense to me.
We-
But like
bruh.
if you ain't never heard about Moon Knight and you watch the show, it's good, but you're gonna be like, what the hell happening? You feel me? So
Yeah, bruh.
it'll take some growing, you know what I'm saying? Like
Just like he said, bro, we've been knowing about this character since we've been
I
playing
just need
this
some
Ultimate Alliance, bruh.
it's all good.
Right, bro. But yeah, we gonna definitely figure it out. But like I said, I'm gonna keep y'all updated. I'm gonna let y'all know when this video get posted. Probably I don't know how long it's gonna take this based off the editing like that. Hopefully maybe by like Sunday, if not for surely Monday. So once it's posted,
It's all good.
I'll just put that in the link so I can send it to y'all, bro. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, bro. I'm gonna try to make us like a logo for the channel, like compare all our videos we did, try to match all that up together so I can make it like a logo and all that for the channel. Like that's like the next big thing I'm gonna try to do. Cause I've been realizing we've been doing a couple reviews together for a minute now. It's been like about a year, so I'm like I can at least pack up the videos we've been doing, at least try to match it up in like the streaming videos I got. So I'm gonna do that, and then yeah, I think it's Moon. Well, in terms of Peacemaker, that boy Ian, I think Ian gonna try to hop in with us next time. So next time him and Frank gonna hop in with us, so we can probably knock out the Peacemaker. Cause I know Man want to talk about that also. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what? And in the meantime, I'll get some more episodes in, so I know, something. You feel me?
So if not, we on to Star Wars, bro. Cause you know Frank and Deontay would gonna definitely want to get on that, bro. So yeah, we gonna definitely get on that next, like the next big one, especially Obi-Wan, bro. We ain't gonna want to miss out on that, dude. Well, Mochu TV, man. Thank y'all, bro. Love y'all, man. I'm gonna definitely talk to y'all
Yes, sir.
soon, bro. For surely, my dude.
Yeah, much love, play. I'm gonna see y'all. All right, Papa, man. I'm gonna see you, play.
Y'all stay safe, cuz.
For sure,
Yes,
y'all
you
too,
too, bro.
bro. Peace.
Yep, definitely. Yep.
All right.